All right, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai. All praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Now, this is just a lesson on the New Year's. I'm gonna just get into a little bit of information on it. But first, I'm gonna start with this scripture. This is First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11, and I'm just going through the history on how Israel has always been, man. You know, and New Year's is the worship of a pagan god by the name of Janus. So you have to go and look that up. But when you worship the New Year, or well, actually, January is so like is made after the god Janus. You know, because there's only 10 months. Esau added the 12 months, and when they worship the New Year, they worshiping the god Janus. That's how it go. And yeah, so you know, Israel always been worshiping idols. You know, ever since we came out of Egypt. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this scripture. This is First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 11. It says, "In those days went there out of Israel, of the blacks, lands, and Native Americans, wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow." Right, and in the law, the Lord told us not to make a covenant with the heathens. You know, one per se, them Africans. When we went into the land of Israel, we were supposed to cut them off, make no marriages with them, nothing, man. But Israel, you know, take part in, you know, doing, you know, what they want to do, man. But it's all in the spirit. How about Shema Shai? Because there's an elect and there's a two-third, man. So even though they don't know what they're worshiping, you know, like if there's an elect, there's a two-third. This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. It says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge," right? Because they don't know that they're worshiping idols when they worship the New Year. It says, "Because thou hast rejected knowledge," and we out there through the spirit of Habashim Shai, stemming from the apostles on down, teaching his word, man. You know, trying to give them knowledge. "I will also reject thee," right? So they rejected the knowledge, which was us. No matter how funny we look or how crazy it sound, they rejected the knowledge. So the Lord rejected them from being saved. It says, "I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me," right? And we the priests giving the word. It says, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, see, I will also forget thy children, right? So the Lord gonna kill them and their children in the day of his vengeance, man. That's why you see a lot of Jakes dying now, man. That's why they got the Black Lives Matter, man, because they rejected the knowledge. So the Lord killing them off, man. And the rest of the tribes also. But it says, "In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow." It said, "So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward therein, and they went to the king, oh, that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen," right? So they so wicked, they want to get license, you know, to partake in the customs of the heathen, man, in the laws of the heathen, because that's what ordinance means, the laws. It says, "Whereupon they built a place of exercise," and exercise is a gym. You know, back in the ancient world, they worked out naked in them gymnos, you know. And now today, they're bringing that back, man. Apostle Aramlab did a lesson on it. He says, "Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to do to the heathen, and were so to do mischief." Right, so they joined into the heathen. They took part of the heathen customs. This is still First Maccabees. This is chapter same chapter, verse 40. 41. This is First Maccabees 1 and 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and every one should leave his laws, so all the heathen agree according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion, and sacrificed unto idols, and profaned the Sabbath. And New Year's came in on the Sabbath day, man. And if I'm not mistaken, it came in on the Sabbath day last year or something like that. I know it came in on Sabbath day this year also. But yeah, man, yeah, that's how wicked Israel is. But that's also showing that the Lord getting ready to jack their ass up for this shit, man. Because we got strict laws on what's supposed to be going down on the Sabbath, man. But it says, yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. For the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, and they should follow the strange laws of the land and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifices and drink offerings in the temple, right, unto the Lord, and that they should profane the Sabbaths, and that's what they did when they celebrated that New Year's and festival days, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people. Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts. Right, so Israel was wicked. That they should also leave their children uncircumcised, right? Uncircumcised, because you gotta get circumcised on the 8th day, and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation, to the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances, right? And that's what happened in Israel. You know, they took on the customs of the heathen and taught their children, and it's been passed down from generation to generation. That's why the Lord said He's visiting the generation of the third and fourth generations on them that hate Him, because He's killing them off behind it, man. Only the elect gonna be saved in this, man. But yeah, back to New Year's. It says New Year's is the time or day at which a new calendar begins, and the calendar's year count increments by one. It says many cultures celebrate the event in some manner, and the first day of January, which is the worship of Janus, is often marked as a national holiday. It says right, because like I said, there was only 10 months. There wasn't 12 months. So January and February were made up months. It says in the Gregorian calendar, the most widely used calendar system today, New Year's occur on January 1st, New Year's Day. This was also the case both in the Roman calendar, at least after about 713 BCE, and in the Julian calendar that succeeded it, right? So, the New Year's is really during you would call so-called March in this society. In the scriptures, it was called, I think, the month of Abib. This is Exodus chapter 12, verse 1. It says, And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months, right? The new year, the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And as you continue to read, we know that that's during the Passover. So the Passover is also in the month of Abib, which is the first month, which is the new year. Hold on, this is Exodus chapter 13, verse 1. It says, And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and of beast. It is mine. And Moses said unto the people, Remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage. For by strength of hand of the Lord brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten. And that was during the Passover, man. This day came ye out in the month Abib. So, Abib is the first month of the year, which is during the Passover, which is the real New Year's, man. It says other calendars, back in the New Year's, it says other calendars have been used historically in different parts of the world. Some calendars count years numerically, while others do not. It says during the Middle Ages in Western Europe, while the Julian calendar was still in use, authorities moved New Year's Day, depending upon locale. It says to one of several other days, including March 1st, March 25th, Easter, September 1st, and December 25th. Beginning in, and we all know what that's talking about, that's Esau changing the times, man. That's why they got so many different calendars, man. You know, the Lord governs the months off of the lunar calendar, man. This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High. Talking about this East Edomite devil, this white man, ultimately America. And shall wear out the saints of the Most High, right? Because we got war out on this side. And think to change times and laws. That's what they did. They changed times and laws. Just like I read in Maccabees. It says, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of times. Right, so all right, it says beginning in 1582, the adoptions of the Gregorian calendar and changes to the old style and new style dates meant that various local dates for New Year's Day changed to using one fixed date, January 1st. It says the widespread official adoption of the Gregorian calendar and marking January 1st as the beginning of a new year is almost global now. It says regional and local use of other calendars continue, along with the culture and religious practices that accompany them. In Latin America, various native cultures continue the observation of traditions according to their own calendars. Israel, China, India, and other countries continue to celebrate New Year on different dates, right? Because Esau changed the times, man. But everything gonna be set back in order when Yahweh Shema was shot, when Yahweh sent Yahweh shot back, you know, everything gonna be set back in this place, man. All the nations are gonna come to us for the laws, and anybody that don't want to adhere to the laws, like the scriptures say, won't have no rain. It's the reason why the Lord gave us in Revelations a rod. He said we're gonna beat them to shivers. If I'm not mistaken. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, which is the scriptures. We got a lot of niggas who sold out and who left the truth, man. So it says back at the beginning, but that which ye have hold fast till I come. Right. So we're supposed to hold on to the truth. In the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end when he come back, to him will I give power over the nations. Right, so those are the men that's going to be given spiritual powers and kings in the kingdom of heaven. He shall rule them with a rod of iron. right? As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. Right, so the Lord gonna give us rule over these nations, man. You just gotta keep this word, man. We do not celebrate the New Year's. If your family call, ask you for a plate, or ask to give you a plate, or you take a drink or some shit, you know, you're more than welcome to, man. You know, but we are not worshiping Janus. And then there's another god. I forgot the full name. Buckus. That's where they get the drinking from, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, don't quote me on it. You have to look it up. But yeah, that's the end of the lesson. All praise to Yahweh by Shemal Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well. And salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth with sincerity. Shalom.